talking with Orson Welles. I guess I just can't get over that childhood of yours. The little scraps I've read about it.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Hey, fellas, don't fight over that hot dog. There's plenty for everyone. Big, plump, and juicy, wrapped in an oven-fresh bun.
Sorry.
Add mustard, relish, ketchup, and go to work. Yes, the hot dogs at our refreshment center are the best you'll find anywhere. Everybody agrees on that.
Man, I love watching kids eat hot dogs. Pause.
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Thirsty? The refreshment stand is open with everything to satisfy your taste buds. Here's the menu: the hottest, freshest, crunchiest popcorn, each kernel popped to its fullest with that real movie time taste. Cold drinks. You'll find your favorite ice cold, tasty, and thirst quenching. And hot dogs, hamburgers, and candy, too. Now a short intermission, so you'll have time to make your selection before the show begins.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage! For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Top quality hamburgers, the most popular snack in the country. We serve them plain or garnished to your taste.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance.
Actually, no
we call
bullshit. The drive-in I went to growing
By
up
attending
probably
your
had the
place of
best
worship
fucking
regularly.
Carolina-style burgers I've ever had in my fucking life. Fuck, now I'm hungry. God damn it.
Just
Long show.
1 minute to go.
And now, on with the show.
All right, here we go. What's up, Trish? Trish, I owe you an apology. I'll do it right off the rip. I owe you an apology. I meant to go grab your fucking package. Pause. Before I did Dig of the Week last week, and I forgot because I'm a fucking Alzheimer's patient. So I've got it in the sack over here for Dig of the Week tonight. Right off the top, well, I mean, not off the top, with the top of Dig of the Week, we're going to come in here and do that. So that's a full hand up, that's an accountability issue right here. That's a full hand up right here. That's on me. But yeah, that's to that point. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grown Man Record Night. Is the music going to actually, like, it may, like, distract me. Since I'm by myself tonight, as you can see, I thought I'd throw the headphones on. I can listen to the, like, what we're playing underneath. Actually, what we're playing underneath, I'll just let you guys know. It's a band that was really popular around here back in the 90s called Sans Sobriety. This is a show from 94. Wow. At the club that I cut my teeth. The club I cut my teeth on. I should never end a sentence with a preposition. I'm a professional writer. But here we are. Yeah, so shout out to the Zonk Man who's in the chat. Zonk Man had a little surgery this week. He got his fucking shit cut. And so he's unable to be here with us tonight. Everybody wish him well. He's accepting floral bouquets and fruit baskets if you feel so obliged. No. But, and Stupid Jay is doing Zamboni stuff tonight. Steve, I thought Steve may make an appearance tonight because of reasons. Steve showed up Sunday night late. It was Jay's birthday, Sunday. And so on the Sunday Shelvin show, Steve actually showed up, late into the mix, but in the mix, nevertheless. So I thought maybe we would see a little Steve appearance tonight, but I don't know. He may have gotten some other shit. He said maybe, but Steve, he could show up at 1 a.m. These shows that I do by myself, it's a lot tougher to stay up like super late, man. But if anybody wants to gift like 30 subs for Zonkman being out, I'll give him 2.5% of that, which I think's fair. It's stern, but it's fair, I think. What up, Zero? But anyway, yeah, I actually like to tease ahead. I got Trish's package, which I forgot like a moron, and then I've got an interesting story for Dig of the Week today. I actually have stuff for Digs. I got one record and a couple of other things that are pretty neat and like a kind of a cool story to go along with it. I think it'll be a good Dig of the Week. I picked up a kind of a unique soda. We may have done it before. It's possible. We've definitely done one like it. I'll leave it there. Chips. I'm going to take one on the fucking chin for everybody. Pause. But yeah, we're gonna do a chip tonight. That's not a tease. We're gonna do a chip tonight. I feel like a fucking moron. I'm a little bit out there at the moment. It's been a bit of a week. This week ended with a little bit of a anyway. We're gonna push through, but I will need you guys' help to keep me on task and lock the fuck in throughout the duration of this program, and we'll have some fun this evening. Hope you guys have had a good week and enjoying your Friday night, man. This is the pivot point for the weekend. It's when you really start pivoting that shit over from the doldrums of the work week to the fun stuff of the weekend, and this program is what that's for. It's the pivot point. AG, what's up? Vance said, did you finish off the lemonade chips? I actually have a little bit left because I don't really eat chips during the week, and I sealed them up nice and tight, like a JV chip. Stop. So I'm probably going to finish them maybe tonight. My mom gave me some sloppy Joe meat tonight, and I'm probably going to throw that on a couple of onion rolls and finish off the lemonade chips. They were fantastic, man. They were, I thought it was going to be much more of a novelty and like, oh, these are kind of weird. I don't know. Like one of those kind of reactions, which is good for content, sure. But then we started eating them and I was like, yo, these are actually like elite. These are some actual elite chips. They really do it well. Really do it well. Sloppy Joe and some lemonade chips. I mean, come on. This is fucking America. Whew. I'll tell you what. You know what really saved the day? What really saved the day on Jay's birthday? My dead dad. May he rest. Yeah, cameraman came up for Saturday and Sunday last week. Those that didn't catch the Sunday show, Jay's birthday special. But so we got a little loose on Saturday night watching the Game 7 of the World Series. Then I realized, like, fuck, man, we're going to kill all the liquor, and tomorrow's Jay's birthday, and I felt like an asshole. And I even considered, like, driving to Virginia, because they don't sell alcohol here on Sundays is the problem. I know for other people in different parts of the country, they're like, that's moronic. But anyway, here. Yeah, what's up, Dave? Somebody probably around this crowd. In fact, I would say there's about a 33% chance that somebody in this chat has shit their pants tonight. That's a pretty good guess. I'll take the over on that. But no, anyway, I realized we'd kill all the liquor. Sunday was Jay's birthday. It's like, fuck, man. And then I remember, I go over to my mom's for lunch, and I was like, did you say something about Pop having a bottle of liquor like in the pantry? It just popped in my head. She's like, yeah, there's something in there. And I went in there, and he had a fucking half gallon of Crown Royal. It's not a half gallon anymore. But yeah, he saved the fucking day, man. My dad. That's my dad's liquor, so I'm gonna do one right off the rip, just for that, just so I could tell that story. Being the news biz, the election kept you busy? It wasn't too tough around here, actually. We didn't have a ton going on with that. But moving forward, probably so. So to kick the show off, and cheers to some of my dad's. This shit's probably 10 years old because my dad didn't really drink like that. It is weird. I've been drinking it for a few days now. It's like, it was really weird not drinking Pop Off for a few. You know, it's like Crown's a different animal. But yeah, the other thing was like, so last night, so I told you, Stupid Jay's not here. You guys noticed my co-host is a much quieter and well-behaved co-host. This is Kitty. We just call her Kitty. Her real name is Tammy Ponderosa, or Tampon for short, because when I first adopted her, she was bleeding all over everything. But to that point, Jay was not working last night, but he scored tickets. Jay is the Zamboni driver for our minor league hockey team here, if you do not know that. And so Jay was like, and the tickets are really fucking expensive, like $40 to $50 bare minimum. And I'm like, I'm not going to a minor league hockey game for that. Fuck that. Anyway, Jay scored some tickets because he wasn't working that night because he put in a bunch of hours. So I was like, yeah, I'll go over there, bet. Plus it was like our Thirsty Thursday. And so we threw back some damn, some cheapo Bud Lights off draft. First time I'd watched a hockey game in that Coliseum in a long time. It was cool. Like, they didn't win, but like, really nostalgic for me because I used to go to a lot of hockey games there back in the 90s and shit, but it's been a long time. And then the last time I saw something like that was when I was working at Arby's. That's like 20 years ago when I ran the Arby's over there, so it's been a while. Anyway, so Jay's showing me the ins and the outs of the Coliseum. And one thing I thought I was going to learn some shit about like where the Zamboni comes out, how they keep the ice cold, where does this tunnel go, shit like that. The one thing I didn't expect to learn, this fella told me, you know what the difference between hockey players and hippie chicks are? After 3 periods, a hockey team will take a shower. Yeah, I'm well aware. Trust me, folks. I'm well aware. I'm well aware what's going on here. I'm not very aware at all. God, this is like fucking having to zoom in my text. I'm so fucking old. I'm just falling apart. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm just absolutely falling apart. So yeah, we got a cool show for you. I'm really interested to get into these Dig of the Weeks over here, man. That shit's going to be really tight. What else did I want to mention? Oh, the Halloween show last week. That was a blast. You guys do anything crazy for Halloween? Those that wasn't with us. We ate all those. All right. We ate a bunch of Reese cups last week. I thought Jay was going to get sick. That really concerned me. I will say he left a whole bunch of wrappers on the floor. I mean, like a whole bunch. I mean, like all 13. But yeah, we ate 26 toter. And dude, the peanut butter cups and the lemonade chips together was actually pretty elite. He could have at least put them in his Sheets cup. Yeah, how many cups? I mean, he could have cleaned up the entire place with that. Anyway, here's some news right off the fucking right off of the internet for you. You guys like the internet? Dude, De La Soul. I meant to play 3 Feet High in Rosin tonight. De La Soul has announced a new fucking album, Cabin in the Sky. Last time they dropped one was like 2016. It's gonna be coming out soon, man. November 21st. This is kind of like out of nowhere. This is like an RKO out of nowhere here. It's 20 tracks. Pete Rock is on some shit. DJ Premier, Super Dave, Killer Mike does some guests, Little Dragon, I don't know that. Common, Nas, and the Roots Black Thought's going to be on this. Brand new De La album, and I jammed one of the tracks today. Not skipping a beat. It sounds like a De La record to me, man. So I'm stoked for that. That's exciting. Hey, they're older than me. They got to be like definitely in their 50s. So that's really cool, man. I'm excited for that. This is not really my bag, but I know some of you guys are really into this, so I threw it on the rundown. This is for you guys. And I don't know, you can weigh in if you want. But AC/DC have added 2026 dates to their ongoing Power Up tour. They're going to be in North and South America. They've been on tour. They're still touring the 2020s Power Up record. That's what they're like supporting here. And they're trugging along, man, and they're adding more dates. Are you guys into like seeing AC/DC nowadays? I mean, you guys that are like fans. I'm not really a fan. I'm becoming more of a fan. I actually considered buying an AC/DC record today, but I didn't. Went to the AC/DC last show and it was a good time. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not my favorite shit, but I just wonder like if they still put on a good show and if people would still be like interested. Like at some point, I could see some of that shit being a little sad and like but I don't know. I threw that out there for you guys. That's for not Mikey. That's for not Mikey. If tickets weren't $750, I'd probably go. Are they really expensive for real? I mean, concerts in general, everything, concerts, records, like it's all gouged to fucking hell, dude. They made it to change their name to AARP. Merv coming in right off the rip with quote of the night, right off that fucking rip. I mean, just flying off of the top rope. I mean, climbing up, not even the top rope. We're talking the top of the cage. Just a quiet climb up, a couple of taps of the elbow, and just flying off. flying off. They played Soldier Field here, sold out, paid $150 for about the 40-yard line. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is nowadays, man. That's just the way shit crumbles nowadays. I'm not really in favor of it. But I've also never been a big... Actually, it's crazy. When we were at the hockey game last night, right? Like, Jay's like... I was like, man, the arena seems small. We're talking about the Greensboro Coliseum. But, you know, like Iron Maiden plays there, like ZZ Top, Kiss, Led Zeppelin. I mean, everybody big has played there. And, like... but it seemed so small to where I was like, man, a show in here would kind of go crazy. And Jay was like, wait, you've never seen a show here? And I was like, I mean, when I was working at Arby's, I stepped in and watched a bunch of them. Pearl Jam and Sonic Youth was my favorite by far. But it just seems small. I don't know. But I've never paid. I don't think, other than the Tool concert where I got engaged. That worked out great. Other than that, I don't think I've ever paid to go to an arena rock show. Ever. I've seen a bunch of club shows. I don't know, man. Come on, kitty. You're already bailing? Holy shit. Glass Orchid Aftermath. What up, Mark? Dusty Roads at the Greensboro Coliseum? You know it, man. Starcade 83. Woo-wee. I am the cold-blooded sausage maker. But yeah, I mean, legend. If you're a wrestling fan, that Coliseum is... It's as hallowed ground as it gets for, like, old school pro wrestling. For sure. Hard times. That's awesome. I don't know, see what you guys think about this, man. There's a new concert film is going to be coming out with The Cure. It's coming out on December 11th, directed by British filmmaker and longtime collaborator Nick Wickham. The Show of the Lost World documents the band's 2024 performance at London's Troxy to celebrate the release of Songs of a Lost World. That record, man, a lot of people really dug. Me as well. I really dug that record they released last year. Really, really good stuff. You saying that's Fever? Come on, dude. Come on, I'm going to need a hand up on that one, Aaron. That's got to have a full hand up on that one. But yeah, here's the cover art for the film. Yeah, I don't know. Concert films are boring. I'm a big fan with stuff like that. I'm a bigger fan of. I've always been a sucker for anything behind the scenes, like documentary style, like behind the scenes. You see the band in the green room. People are doing shots and eating ham sandwiches backstage, warming up, smoking cigarettes in the loading dock. Like, I like shit like that. And supplement it with do like 2 songs on stage, and then you go to like some more like behind the scenes documentary footage and shit. Like the year punk broke, there's all that crazy extra shit. And then there's like performances. If you mix it up like that, I think it plays well. But in terms of like a straight concert film, The Grammys dissed the film Becoming Led Zeppelin? Really? Oh my God. I mean, Grammys, Oscars, like all of that shit, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're all fucking clueless. They're all clueless. Oh God. Aaron, what are you doing? That was behind the scenes, all right, Aaron. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be. I don't know. Am I gonna buy it? Pay for it? No, surely not. But I'd like to see some clips from it. I'll steal it. I'll steal it and tell you about it. Son. All right, let's get into some stuff that popped off today. I mean, again, another full hand up accountability here. I didn't have a whole lot of time. I spent a good bit of the day, about an hour away from my work desk. I was out on a shoot in a town called Wilkesboro. There's a NASCAR track there, a classic NASCAR track. That's not what I was doing. I was shooting a commercial with foster kids and going to local establishments. But anyway, so I didn't have the normal amount of time I normally have to not only prepare the rundown, but like take a deep dive into the rundown. Because when I tell you guys about a record that's coming out, I like to at least listen to 3 or 4 songs so that I can say like, yeah, I actually recommend this. Like something cool to check out. I did do that, but I didn't get to do. This week was more like 2 songs a piece, you know what I mean? So, no doc fees. But one of those, dude, a brand new record from Agnostic Front. This was out of nowhere. I didn't know this was coming, man. It's quoted as being the most ferocious and unflinching album in decades from these guys. 15 tracks of blistering riffs, unapologetic truth, and street-born authenticity. Raw energy, pit-ready hooks, and uncompromising lyrical honesty. Says it makes it a masterclass in New York City hardcore spirit. I mean, it's not the best thing. Actually, I was going to play some Agnostic Front tonight, but I forgot. I slept on the De La Soul, and I slept on Agnostic Front tonight. That's on me. But, yeah, I jammed some the first song I listened to, I was like, yeah, I don't know. But the second song, I'm like, there it is. There it is. So, I think one of them had somebody from Run DMC in it or something. But yeah, definitely worth checking out, especially if you're a fan. And again, I'd not even heard a teaser that this was going to be a thing. So, very cool. And the fact that these guys are, I don't know what age, but like cranking out not just music, because it's one thing to prop yourself up with an acoustic guitar and like write music, but if you're still doing like New York hardcore type music at an advanced age, that's another animal right there. You know what I mean? And it is. It definitely captures the spirit of New York City hardcore. I've got some absolute wild cards on the docket tonight, and this has got to be the coolest cover of the year. This has to be the coolest cover. And this is a little, by the description, I thought it was going to be way too heavy for us to talk about on the show. But after listening to a few tracks, I'm like, I mean, not really. This band called Bonginator, and the name of the album is Retro Death. I guess this is like their second one. Marks the birth of a new sound, not just for the band, but for the genre. The weed-devouring youngsters have actually put a lot of work into their new songs. Immersing yourself for months into 80s action and horror movies as well, and playing loads of old video games. And that's exactly what this is. It's like it crosses like U.S. death metal. See, death metal scared me off a little bit, but it's not really. I didn't really hear a lot of death metal. You got synthwave, 16-bit computer game sounds. You got samples from like 80s action movies and video games and shit. And I heard a lot of like thrashy sounding stuff in this. The vocals get a little deathy at times, but man, the video game samples and shit like that really put it on me. So that's something cool to check out, man. Bonginator, Retro Death. I mean, and this cover, come on. That's about as good as it gets for a cover. You got an Outrun poster. You got the Power Glove on his head. Think they just played down here recently? Really? I listened to probably 3 songs of theirs, and I was kind of blown away. It's a nice take on some like heavy music for 2025. It's a nice take, a pretty refreshing, creative take on like really heavy stuff. So check it out. Books. Check them out. Let's see what else we got. Oh, shout out to our pal, Stunt Rock Confusion. Yo, what up, Herc? How you doing, man? I know Stunty's a big fan of this band, and I like this band a lot too. I actually know this band from Stunty. Became like kind of a meme a couple of years ago on like Rachel's show, and like Stunty would bring this band up, and all the people in there were like, "Oh my god," blah, 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 Nurse with Wound, and I like Nurse with Wound a lot. But this one here is a little something different. It's a brand new one. It features Diarmuid Macaduramata. Sure. I love the name of the album, Lung Oysters. And the description, like off the rip, it said, a pungent brew of rock, dark psychedelia, new age exotica, noise flute, which I fucking love that description, and an existential scream of horror. It says, we're pleased to introduce the new studio album, Lung Oysters, featuring the multi-instrumentalist, that guy's name. I don't want to try to say that again. It says a heady, free-range mix of krautrock, experimental, toe-tapping psychedelia, leaning towards a slightly more rock-oriented sound. Yeah, and that's what really, because a lot of Nurse with Wound stuff is not approachable by anybody that's not, on heroin. I'll just say it. You kind of got to be on heroin to enjoy Nurse with Wound. That's not true. But you know what I'm saying. This one seemed a little more, way more approachable in terms of like, yeah, it's like krautrocky, sight rock, also some weird shit going on, but definitely wouldn't clear a room like some Nurse with Wound stuff would, at a dinner party, because I go to so many fucking dinner parties. Anyway, they're running out of ideas for album titles. I think Lung Oyster is pretty good though. That's pretty good. And when he said, if you've ever hawked up a lung oyster, that's sure. Here's another like absolute wild card. If you're fans of, I'm trying to think of a band. 90s female like indie rock stuff. When I heard this band, I'm thinking like Breeders kind of jumped out at me. Maybe like Luscious Jackson. You could maybe even throw like what's the Carrie Brownstein band. That kind of vibe to it. Really, the name kind of drew me in on this. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. It's an Australian band. Again, the Australians are really... Yeah, Slater Kenny. What up, Abacus? Australians are really, really dialed in right now. Nobody in the world is making better music than the Australians right now. Absolutely. In my opinion, especially like rock. Maybe not hip hop, but like rock. I think punk rock, indie rock, psychedelic rock, Australia has got it locked the fuck down. So yeah, I jammed this today. This is what it says. Glory follows a hot streak for Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. Since the release of the 2023 award-winning album, I Love You, the band has toured with Pearl Jam. Maybe Vance has seen these guys. There it is. I just saw them up for Pearl Jam. What'd you think about him, dude? Apparently, people really dig their songwriting. I didn't know about him until I saw him pop up today. But if you dig that kind of female indie rock vibe and you've never heard these guys, definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. They were good. Hell yeah. I mean. And you know, a lot of people, especially nowadays, a lot of people can release a really good album. If you spend time and effort into crafting a really good album, that's a separate that's a separate skill, in my opinion, especially nowadays. Meticulously crafting a good album in the studio is one thing. Being able to play it live is another whole bag of beans. And some bands can do both, and that's fantastic, but it doesn't always check out. There's some bands I've listened to, like on record, and I'm like, dude, these guys are amazing. And you hear them live, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's like a shell. It's a shell of what you hear on an album. So I'm glad to hear that maybe that's not the case. Here's another absolute wild card. The cover kind of grabbed me in on this, man. Lucky Styles. No, wait. They are gutting. They are gutting a body of water. Lucky Styles. Apparently, this originally came out in 2022, but it's kind of like some modern shoegaze stuff that people really freaked out about. Here's what it says: clingy, gloomy, more nightmarishly surreal than placidly psychedelic. That's what Stereo Gum says. It fried the circuits of America's shoegaze motherboard. It's Beavis? Yeah, it kind of looks like Beavis. And sometimes the other way around, some of my favorite live bands, I don't listen to their studio stuff. Yeah. I think that's a little more rare. Like I've always said, like the band that always sticks out in my head, because we had some live Jane's Addiction back in the 90s that we played all the time. And the live Jane's Addiction stuff kills the albums. And I think the albums are good. They're great. But the live stuff was so much better, even recorded. Not just standing in the crowd, but like recorded stuff. I think for me it was probably like Perry Farrell's the delay on his voice was always so much overmodulated and exaggerated in the live shows, and I'm a kind of a fan of that. I just like the way that sounds. But yeah, this one was good. I checked out today, man. It kind of a wild card. I was kind of stabbing. There wasn't a lot of stuff that was like obvious this week in terms of like stuff to talk about. Like sometimes it's like glaringly obvious, like, oh, these are like monster bands I got to talk about. It wasn't really the case, but I do like to take the opportunity to talk about more weirder, fringy bands. Not even weirder, but like just less known bands when I talk about stuff on the show. I mean, I could talk about a basic bitch reissue all day long, but that's no fun, man. That doesn't really, that gives me zero dopamine to talk about some. I mean, even a band I love like Deep Purple, for instance, and it was like, oh, there's a Deep Purple like reissue, and it's got, it's super remastered and all that. That's not really fun to talk about to me. I'd rather find a band like this and be like, yo, you guys ever heard this shit? I didn't either. Check it out. To me, that's more fun. And I'm all about fun, as you know. Boom, let's get into what we played. Why did this open? What is this open? What is this? Give me a break. This was actually, I skipped the jazz record tonight because this funk record was left on the table by Steve Fever late on Sunday night. Brothers Johnson, look out for number 1. One of the better funk records you can play. I mean, honestly. Love that shit. Never go wrong with Brothers Johnson, man. So played that one. Boom. I had this kind of dog-eared for me to pull out tonight because it was just kind of stuck in my craw for whatever reason. Fleetwood Mac's Mystery to Me. Of this era, this has got to be my favorite Fleetwood Mac. I think this is a fantastic record. I don't think this record gets the love it needs. When did this record come out? Do you guys know? It's like 79 or something like that. I pull this out like I can fucking see that. Oh no, it's earlier than that. When did Mystery to Me come out? 73. God, I'm a moron. Just picked up a copy at a record show? Hell yeah. Yeah, this is, I mean, I love this record so much, and I've not played it in a really long time. How you doing, Bill? What's up, Carl? Hey, Carl, do you know who we're listening to behind us here? Carl probably remembers these guys. This is Sand Sobriety, Carl. You remember Sand Sobriety? After playing some Fleetwood Mac, which was good, and it was lower key at times, but it was real vibey, like right in the fucking pocket. I was like, let's turn it around. Yeah, this is a show at the Tavern in '94, Carl. Sand Sobriety at the Tavern, '94. Tad, 8-Way Santa. I wanted to hear a little Jack Pepsi. Love Tad. Tad to me is like the ultimate grunge band. Even more so than Nirvana, which is honestly, like when you're talking about a rock band, Nirvana's probably my favorite rock band of all time because they just meant so much to me at a certain time of my life that it's hard to like. Nothing will ever match that level of excitement that I had for Nirvana when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? But like now looking back, like I think Tad is the ultimate grunge band, which is it's a corny term, but like I think they encapsulate like everything that really makes a grunge band, like heavy, distorted, crazy, but then they kind of have this sort of softer side at times. Even for a band that looks like this, there was still some emotion in there, which I think is really cool. And honestly, this record always makes me a little nervous because I don't like how much I look like Tad Doyle in this picture. There's times where I've looked like Tad Doyle in this picture. And I don't know. It makes me a little uncomfortable. Makes me want to go walk around the block. Dude, I wanted to play this last one. I thought about it, but we had so many, like Halloween. We played a lot of Misfits and Sam Hain and Cramps and shit like that, like for the Halloween shit. But as I was looking for shit, I bumped in. I was like, dude, I said out loud. Actually, I said on the show, I was like, dude, I have like fucking 13 or something like Venture records, and I love the Ventures. But I've got so many Venture records, and when I was thinking about something to play after that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play some fucking Ventures, and I'm gonna play my favorite one. It's got Rebel Rouser, which I love. Apache's on this, Memphis, Pipeline's on this, Wipeout, Tequila, The Lonely Bull, and I have no idea why This is my favorite go-to reach for Ventures record. I have no idea. Why do I always reach for this Ventures record? I don't know. This is the one I always reach for some reason. Yeah, that really hit the spot. That one looks stuck together. You mind your own business, Aaron. You mind your own business. But the fun thing was when I ran across all those Venture records, something I've been looking for fucking ever was stuck in that stack in the wrong place. I'm not blaming anybody. It was in the wrong place, and I've been looking for this for a while in my own collection. This Voivod record, which was sent to me by our pal Nebulous Prowler, and I've been wanting to play this so many times, and honestly, I could not find it. It wasn't where it was supposed to be. I've looked and gotten frustrated and gave up multiple times. And then when I was looking through all those Venture records, I mean, this should be in the metal section, which is a different shelf over here, but it was over in my regular rock section and also out of alphabetical order. But yeah, so I'm happy to have found this tonight, and I think this is an OG, which is insane from Nebulous Prowler to send this. That's, you appreciate the MT pronunciation? I wondered if anybody would pick up on that. Absolutely, that's a band. Look, I've been listening to heavy music my whole life for the most part, and Voivod just completely, it was lost on me. I had no idea who these guys were. All of a sudden, people in the VC are talking about these guys. Da-da-da-da-da. There was all these reissues coming out, and people were hyping it up, and I saw them back in the 80s and whatever, and I'd never fucking heard of them. And I really dig them. I mean, very progressive, great musicians, but yeah, I didn't know dick about them. I still don't really know dick about them, but that's credit to the VC for like hipping a motherfucker to some shit that I didn't know about. Which, you know, the list is long when it comes to stuff like that, you know? That's what's great about the VC. I mean, I was going to be an asshole and say, or at least it used to be. I don't really participate like I used to, so I can't say that. I can't honestly say that and be an asshole about it, because I'm not engrossed in watching everybody's videos and commenting and going back and forth like I used to. So that's on me, you know? I'm sure people would still be hipping me to stuff if I really participated like I should be, but I've just not felt it, so sue me. Came off of that with a 10 out of 10 record. I said it earlier when we were streaming on Twitch. A 10 out of 10 record, in my opinion. Double nickels on the dime from Minutemen. I mean, that's an absolute 10 out of 10 record for me. And this was like out of print, and like even the reissues were like stupid expensive a few years ago. And then finally they popped up. Actually, I think Scotty sent me a message. It was like, hey, just so you know, SST is reissuing all that shit. And I went and like nabbed it immediately. It was one of those classic examples of like, this was in my local shop forever, like a brand new reissue for $25 or whatever. But I was in there like, nah, I'm going to concentrate on like used stuff, because you never know. That's what somebody taught me early on. Like, you know, if you're debating between like a reissue or like used stuff, get the used stuff because you never know when you're going to see it again. It's not exactly great advice because that's bitten me in the ass a few times. The number one example is this one because I skipped over the reissues for so many times that eventually it disappeared. And I'm like, hey, where's that double nickels on the dime? And I actually had Jonathan from Underdog. He looked it up and he's like, oh, it looks like SST's not really, you can't even really like order those anymore. And I'm like, what? And then cut to 2 years later, the reissues are $80. I'm like, what? Like the reissues, not even the OGs. But I always kind of followed that idea of like, oh yeah, if you're looking at a record from the 70s or something and it's in your shop and it's like, it's a 70s record for like $15. I was like, well, I'm either going to get this or that reissue of the Minutemen. I'm just like, everybody's like, yeah, get the old record. Like you can always get this. Wah, wah. Not necessarily. So I guess just don't wait too long is the takeaway from that. Yo, what up, Breck Attack? Oof. I mean, we're going like banger. We're going like banger to banger to banger, like all night long on this list. I'm sitting here by myself. I'm throwing out fucking bangers left and right. Plus, I needed like some of these. I wanted like a little bit of a comfort blanket. End of the day got a little bit hectic. Been going through it a little bit, as everybody does. I'm not unique. Sometimes people go through shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking for some records that were like warm, comfy blankets that I knew were gonna make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Minutemen, Voivod, and Sleep the Sciences, which is just, ooh, man, I love this record so much. And they surprise issued this on it was 420 on what year was that? Was it 2018? 26th? I can't remember when this came out, but it was like a surprise thing they dropped on 420 one year. Brand new album, and we listened to the side that's got Geezer Butler on it tonight, man. Comfort blanket goes with comfort food. I'll be back. You frying up some steakums, man? Dude, I put a hurting on some steakums. I thought about you, Merv, a couple weeks ago. Man, I made a fucking spectacle out of myself with some steakums. I mean, I was just absolutely, I was up against it. But, yeah, love that record. And, you know, albums like that, I did the same thing with Minutemen. Like, I always go for, like, I love hearing Corona. I love hearing Vietnam. But I went for, like, a different side tonight than I normally go. Same thing with Sleep. Like, I love the Geezer Butler side. That's what I played tonight. But, like, I normally would start with side A because it just kind of sets the tone a little better, I would say. But, like, I think I do that too much. So I went with, I think it was side C or something like that. But anyway, what up, Wiz? Can you give a shout out to Lauren? I just turned on the program. Hey, Lauren. You know what, Lauren? I'll do a shot for you. How about that? A new viewer to the program? Sure. Surely. We love a new viewer here. And thank you for turning Miss Lauren on. Appreciate that. Hell yeah. Cheers to everybody, and thanks for joining us, Lauren. Appreciate you. Shouts to you guys. All right. And that's a shot of my dead dad's liquor. That's even more special. Let's keep it moving. Oh, one final. Man, this is again, we're talking banger, banger, banger. We're talking like banger album after another, especially these last few. Minutemen, Sleep. And then I was actually, the reason I pulled this one out, I had an hour drive today for work, one way. So 2 hours round trip and doing a commercial shoot. And man, so it's going up into the foothills of North Carolina. Not quite to the mountains, but man, you're just really starting to get to lick that tip of the mountains. Pause. But man, the drive, really fucking pretty, man. The colors and the trees and shit, like, it was something special. So it was a nice little drive. On the drive up, I was listening to some like modern synthwave stuff and just kind of locking in for the shoot. But on the way back, I don't know what it was that made me like, I put on like Boards of Canada, and like the way the light was like shining through the trees, and like, man, I wasn't stoned or nothing, you know what I mean? But it was just like really, and the best way I can describe it, it was perfect. Like back in the day, I would do shit like this. I would take a drive in the mountains, and I would listen to the Boards of Canada or something, and I would just feel this, just certain like peace and serenity. Just everything just feels right as you're cruising through the mountains and you're hearing all the shit. And there's the same thing today, but it was almost this like, I mean, not to get weird, but it was like this, it was almost like this quiet sadness that I was also kind of like okay with, if that makes any kind of sense to anybody ever. It was like this crazy like serenic sadness that I was totally on board with experiencing as I was coming home. Anyway, so I decided to continue that over tonight and listen to Gio Gotti from Boards of Canada. One of my favorites. I listened to the first side, which has Ready, Let's Go, Music is Math, Beware the Friendly Stranger, Gyroscope, and Dandelion. Gyroscope, well, man, Music is Math. Music is Math and Gyroscope are the two on that side that are just like, holy shit. But again, that's, I don't know, man. It just, one of my favorite groups. You guys like music groups? One of my favorites of all time, of course. Guys that know me know I'm such a big fan of Boards of Canada. But it's weird that like it used to bring me so much happiness, but now it's like so like internal reflection kind of shit. And there's a part of me that really fucking hates that. I'm like, God damn it. I just want to listen to this music and enjoy it, and I don't want to think about shit. But Boards of Canada makes me think about shit. But anyway. What up, kid? Yeah, that was what we played. You know what that means, folks. Woo-wee. That means if I hit this kickflip, we're going to play marbles. Fuck. God damn it. Come on. Come on, Mike. Spotlight's on you. Close enough. All right. Marbles. Yo, MT. Somebody was remarking earlier that how I did the MT pronunciation of Voivod. Listened to some Voivod earlier, and I got a comment about the MT pronunciation. It was a little bit of an homage. Boom. Let me see. God damn it. Quit hitting the wrong button, you moron. Man, I'm sweating like Jay taking a fucking cat test. Marbles on stream. Boom. Capturing that. Surely. All right. Have we run this track before? No, I don't think so. This is a quick one. Holy shit. Exclamation point play in the chat. Exclamation point play in the chat. This is a good time for me to grab a drink ski. But first, man, go down that slide, man. Go down, man. I don't like water slides. I don't like being in water, period. Water, period. Think I can ollie this microphone? Apparently not. Fuck. I have a burn on my fucking finger. From fingerboarding at work, like 6 hours a day. Pause. Taking the glasses off for a minute. Water sucks. Dude, this is the first time in like probably a year or two that I've bought like seltzers. I just wanted something a little different, man. I'm kind of regretting not having any like actual beer in the house, like for snackies, because nothing tastes better than beer with snackies. But you know. But a pineapple truly goes kind of hard too. All right, let's run this shit. Ain't nobody else joining. Guy's fucking tripping. All right, let me set up my. Get over there. We're gonna start this match. Sure. All right, here we go. This is a new one for us, folks. Get locked in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's everybody at? Oh, they're over here. Okay, Vance. I see you, buddy. I see you. There's a few different tracks people can take here. Just like in life. Aaron Griffin's in Grimace's colon, apparently. Actually, that's not true. Grimace doesn't have any type of endocrine system, so... Actually, the colon's not part of the endocrine system, I don't believe. There's Herc. Power moves with shower shoes, this guy's doing over here. Apparently Nate, it's tough to keep up with all of this. Do you guys like water parks? Did you like water parks as kids and shit? It's not letting me... Hello? There we go. Fuck. Look at Zero out here. What's he doing? What's going on here? Did I missed the whole thing. Fuck. I missed this whole thing. Yeah, that's not endocrine. Yeah, I knew. Former medical producer. That track sucked. God, look at God, Vance. I'm a fragile being. Nate Bouchard. Look, the global track record is 14 seconds. That's insane. That's a long reach, MT. Yeah, I don't like this. Let's run another one. You guys want to run another one? I want to run another one. I hit random track. Exclamation point play. Do it. Let's go. Let's do another one. Back to back. Let's go. Get locked in. I'm tired of it. So fucking tired of it. Tink's tired of it too. We'll run it. We'll run that shit. Yeah, I'll run that shit. I'll chow anything. I chow shit I shouldn't be chowing. Let's flip this desk. Woof. Come on now. Come on now. You guys ever had those kids in your class in elementary school that made that real like honking cough noise? I always wondered what the fuck that was. That like whooping cough, kind of like noise. That shit always freaked me out. Made me think they were diseased children. Because I just cough normally, you know, like a normal cough. I have so much booze and beer and other alcoholic beverage. What should I drink? Give me some options. I'll pick one for you. It's the ICP cough. Dude, what was the group we played with? We played with one of their offshoot bands. Twisted. Is that one of them? I think it was Twisted. We played with. Was some of the guys from ICP or something? That shit was crazy. And so, and so some of them bitches that follow them dudes stink, boy. I mean, just like Sweat City. Dude. Sweat City. Yeah, yeah, it was something like that. It was terrible. It's one of those rare occurrences, like where the chicks smell worse than the dudes that are actually on stage. I'm saying this is a 5L's guy, but anyway, all right, let's run this bitch. Run that back, bruh. Let's see if I can stay a little bit better locked in on this so we can figure out what the fuck's going on. Tanky. We got a marbles game going, Tanky. Okay. Round and round. Round and round. Who's going to be the first to drop through the butthole? I know my guess for who's going to drop through the butthole first. Well, oh no. Are you serious? Is Nate Bouchard really out in front again? Come on. What are we doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's have a little parody here. Best profile picture in the business right here. Oh, look at Wiz being all fucking sneaky and shit. That's sneaky, Wiz. That's sneaky. Scotty's gonna teach you a fucking lesson, brother. Scotty's gonna put it on that fucking ass. It's belt to ass time for Scott Strychnine right now. Or is it? Whoa, 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 whoa. Who gets stopped? It's going to be all about who gets stopped. Oh, come on now. Oh! Out of fucking nowhere. Made it past. Oh, look at Herc, though. Sneaky move. Sneaky move. Sneaky move. Sneaky move. No, watch out. Whoa. What are we talking about? Herc off that fucking top rope. And now you have an appropriate reason. Let's see what you got. I'm gonna choose you got bonded Jack Daniels, rye, assorted tequilas, vodka, rums, a bunch of IPAs, Oktoberfest. I think you take a shot of that fucking bonded Jack Daniels. Dude, I got a fuck, I had a stroke just then. I bought a 12-pack of Sapporo in like small cans at the end of my vacation last time, a couple weeks ago. That shit was amazing. I was really enjoying Sapporo. I'm kind of I've gotten those I've gotten it at the fucking Japanese restaurants and shit. Let's go to the final results. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the pace for us on this track. You're the new track record for the Grown Record Nut community. So surely, absolutely. Woof, GG's across the board. Pause this. Get off of that. Yeah, GG's. What was I saying? Tuning song. Got some Mexican Coke. I bought one of those tonight. I was just talking to my mom about Mexican Coke. We were talking about cocaine though, because my mom's a pretty big addict. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, fuck. All right. This band is so fucking good, dude. This is 94 in my local hometown. This shit is just if you see the fucking like the video, it was crazy. All right. Let me grab this shit. I'm gonna do this because I don't want y'all to look at my ass. Oh. Okay. Dig it a week action. Boom, 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 bam, bam. Again, I mentioned this before, and this is a full hand up accountability moment. Last week, DJ Trish said, "Oh, and did you get my package?" And I was in the middle of the show, and I'm like, "Oh, it must be my mailbox. I never check my mail," which I never check my mail. That's a true statement. I just threw up blood a little bit. What's that mean? Fuck. And so I was like, yeah, I got to run out to the mailbox when we take the break, which is kind of fucked up because now I realize as I'm saying this, we don't take a break before Dig of the Week. We do marbles and then Dig of the Week. So there is no break. That's why I fucked up. But anyway, because I'm a fucking Alzheimer's patient, I forgot I even that was even a thing. It wasn't until like after the show, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I never went and got that package. You moron. Anyway, package acquired from the legendary DJ Trish. Very nice package. It's squishy. I like squishy packages. Nobody clipped that. What up, Raw Power? Oh God, Trish. Jesus Christ, man. A fucking smorgasbord here. Okay, I may need my glasses for this. Hurtle Turtled Out of Heaven, an electronic music composition by Michael P. Dawson. Is this guy not in the VC? Isn't Michael P. Dawson in the VC? Wow, that's cool looking. I've never interacted with him, but I would. Dude, it's got instruments used. Moog Mother 32. Bill. Moog Mother 32. Bill, I said Bill again for some reason. Moog Sub Harmonicon. Moog DFAM. Moog Voyager OS. Mini Moog. Dude, the whole Mooger Fooger. Brother. This thing is like Synth City just by looking at this. That's awesome. Oh, I want to listen to this real bad. I want a hot dog real bad. It's a snapping turla. Electronic coolness? Hell yeah. What do we got here? Oh, it's another Michael P. Dawson. Paleozoic? That's so fucking cool. I gotta hook up with this guy. I want to know this guy. I feel like I should know this guy. Is this guy cool? You think I would like this guy? Or I mean, a better question: would he like me? Would he like me, or would he? Am I too much? Sometimes I'm too much for people. I understand. Sometimes I'm too much for people. I mean, the amount of JV volleyball games I've been kicked out of is insane. And I have no children that play volleyball. He watches my live stream. I'll ask him tomorrow. Oh wait, we got a note. I'm sorry, I should have read the note first. Oh shit! Inside the note, though, I can already see we got to do some work. We got to do some sticker work this weekend. That's like first and foremost this weekend is we got to do some sticker work. He's a big prog, jazz, and experimental guy. All right, I'll fuck with that. Trish sent a ton of fucking stickers. This is like, dude. Oh, that's a cool, I love that. Man, I may give this one to my mom, actually, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what she makes for lunch tomorrow. If it sucks, I'll keep it. Just one more seashell. That's a super dope sticker. That's really dope. Playables. That's cool. I like that a lot. Port coffee roasters. I need an acai bowl. I've never had an acai bowl, but I want to try one so bad. It's right up my alley. Oh, come on. Tossing in a little fucking self-promotion? Surely. Sure. That's not. That's going to go somewhere. That's going to any room I have. That's going down right there. I've got another Trish sticker. Where's the other Trish sticker? It's down there. Hell yeah, I like that, Trish. That's a good looking logo right there. That really is a great looking logo. I like that a lot, man. You did well with that. Hell yeah. Wake up, I think, yeah. I think you sent one of those before. I've got one of those stuck up somewhere. Wake, bake, brew. Yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome to my dream house. I should put that on the front door. A little New Jersey? Sure. Hell yeah, Trey. Let me get to the note. I just finally got to the note. Dear GMR and crew, it's been a while since I sent you some VCLT. Here are 2 mixes and some CDs from fellow VC member Michael P. Dawson. Also are a few stickers. Enjoy, peace, love, and music, Trish, with a little draw. I love that. I love the little drawing down. That is fucking insane. I love that. That's a nice signature. I always look at people's signatures. That's a nice little signature. Hell yeah. Yeah, you're the bomb, Trish. Trish Picks 2025 Volume 1. Oh shit, I about dumped it out. Some of the stuff I don't know. Alma Afrobeat Ensemble, The Gloaming, Nurset Fatale. Seems African. Prince, okay. Aria Frankfurter. Strathclyde Police Pipe Band. I like the sound of that. This is some cool stuff. Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA. Dude, I fuck with Miley Cyrus. Not even trolling. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. I love that song. I really love that song. Budo's Band, Carole King, sure. Flo Rida, Les Paul and Mary Ford, Quincy Jones. Dude, that's how you make a mix. I mean, that is all over the fucking board, and I love it. Just like this show. Always all over the fucking board. That's awesome. Let's see what this one. Michael Bublé, Tony Howie, Preacher, Collective, Deadmau5, Gene Chandler, some Herb Albert, Jason Mraz, the Little Dippers. I don't know. Los Straight Jackets. Jay's a big Los Straight Jackets guy. Miles Davis, Sugar Hill Gang, Madness, sure. Paul McCartney, man. Again, all over the board. You're the absolute goat, Trish. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Really appreciate that. Been listening to a lot more CDs nowadays. You start putting $40 stickers on damn records, I start buying CDs. So definitely, and I've gotten that new CD player that it's also a tape deck in there. So I've been playing a bunch because the shit sounds. Actually, I don't even want to say this, and a lot of this has to do with like how well I take care of my equipment and my records. Because I'm a schmuck. Again, hand up. I'm a full ass fucking schmuck. But when I've like been listening to records and then I'll put on a CD and I'm like, that CD is actually the best thing, the best sounding thing I've played all night. Which should be the case, but because of the way I don't take care of my equipment and system and stuff, like some of you neurotic motherfuckers, it is what it is. Anyway, again, thank you so much. High five up to New Jersey. Appreciate you. So again, I took a trip up to Wilkesboro, North Carolina today, and made a commercial as I was driving into town, right? We're in the middle of downtown Wilkesboro, and I'm at this like four-way stop, and I look to my right, and there's this little small storefront, and it says, retro video games, records, cards, comics, shit like that. And I was like, okay, that's new, and I've never seen that. So I went down to the park, was like right behind this place, and shot my commercial. And when I came back out, I was like, I punched that place, and I was like, I gotta find where that place was again. So I went into this place, and it's really cool spot. It's called Summit Video Games. Summit. I think I've got the card in my pocket somewhere. Oh, this is the questions from the interview. You guys want to hear my interview questions? It was about foster kids. It was to help people like, to try to get people to like foster kids, because there's such a huge need in our community. It is really tough, man. Not to get weird about it, but like, man, some of these like foster situations, like kids sleep in like jail cells and like hospital rooms and police stations and shit, because there's nowhere for them to sleep if somebody didn't come like foster them. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, maybe think about go fostering some kids, because it's sad as fuck. Why did you decide to become foster parents? How's the experience been both rewarding and challenging? What kind of changes have you witnessed in the child? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I went up to this spot, and when I went in there, I told the guy, I was like, yeah, I just drove past. I've never been here before. But he's like, I was like, yeah, I saw video games and records and shit. And I was like, I'm all about it. And he was like, well, actually, I no longer sell records. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he was like, because the guy down the street who owns a music store sells records, and I thought I was cutting into his business, and I was like, I didn't want to do that, so I just stopped selling them, and I send people down there, and I'm like, that's a pretty noble thing to do. That's a very small town, like, cool thing to do, you know what I mean? So while I'm in there, yeah, he had tons of like, I mean, he had like Funko Pops, and he had like Magic the Gathering shit, but there were, you know, like old school video game stuff, some like pretty high-end stuff. I mean, everything from like original Nintendo, you know, all the way through like Xbox and GameCube and stuff like that. And I'm a collector of retro video games, as you guys probably know, but I've not really collected physical cartridges, and it's been a few years because I just kind of run out of space, and I was like, But as I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, I don't do records anymore. And I was in there and had this long conversation with this guy, and we're talking about different finds we've had over the years and like cool things that we've experienced and whatnot. I'm like, this guy's really cool, and this spot's really small, and like, it entered my head. I was like, dude, you gotta fucking buy something. At this point, you gotta fucking. There's no way I can just walk out of the store like, okay, see you later. I mean, I could, but I would have felt like a fucking schmuck, honestly. So anyway, even though I've not bought physical carts in a while, I did see something that, for whatever reason, I don't have in my NES collection. I've got quite a few carts in my NES collection. Quite a few. But for whatever reason, this one has never popped up in there. So, and I do love the game. I've played the fuck out of the game. And it's a fucking Capcom. I do love Commando on the NES. So I picked an NES card up. A little more than I want to pay for it, but I don't really know prices nowadays. It's not too off the charts with like what price charting has got this going at. Plus, it was helping out a local business, and I was happy to do that. It was $12. Super clean though, incredibly clean copy. So I will say that. So look forward to adding that to the collection. even though I've not added a cart to the collection in years. But again, I wanted to help the guy out because he was really cool. And then I said, hey, so where's the guy that's got the records? Excuse me. And he said, hey, if you're done, I'll walk out to the sidewalk with you and I'll show you. And like, he comes out on the sidewalk and he's like, yeah, you see the yellow awning like hanging out of the, I was like, yep. He was like, that's it. Like, if you see the florist, you've gone too far. It'll have a guitar pick on the door because it's like a instrument shop. I'm like, okay. So I walk down there and I go down into this place, and this is a place that's called the Vintage Corner. Musical instruments, vinyl records, coins, and video games. Not that you guys can see that, but I go in this place, and dude, it's guitars hanging on the walls, couple of stacks of record, like long stacks of records, like a lot, and there was a lot of mostly classic rock kind of stuff, but there was some like modern stuff. There was some there's a couple of metal records in there. There was I probably should have bought that Accept record now that I'm thinking about it. Fuck. I kind of forgot. As I'm saying this, there was an Accept record in there. But, and it's on the corner, of course. So anyway, I started going through stuff, and there's a couple of records I kind of dog-eared. But then I'm going through. He's also got like boxed Nintendo stuff. He's got like Nintendo like consoles. He's got controllers and really cool play. Lots of guitars, lots of pedals. But the one, well, I'll tell you this. The one record I did buy, I didn't know I liked this this guy until a few years ago. And I only have one record, and I've never see this one much. Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love. You can see it's the one that's in the cardboard box, and I was like, oh great, this is going to be a pain in the ass to stick in my shelf. You can see there's a little bit of water damage on the cardboard down there, I guess. But like 73, Muscle of Love. I did pull the record out and listen to it. Or not listen to it, I'm sorry. I pulled it out and looked at it. It looks absolutely fantastic, like pristine. So despite this, and it was $20, which I did look it up on Discogs just to see, like, am I getting, because I didn't know, am I getting, oh, that's fake oil stains on the box? Oh, okay, cool. They're all like that. Okay, good. That's it. That makes me feel even better. It was $20, and I looked it up. Like, seems to be like an OG, or I guess, but like, it was like Discogs had them at like 25, 26. This was 20. Plus, it was like a local shop. Again, the same story. Guy was super cool. When I was in there, he had some channel playing. He told me it was Pandora. But I heard Misfits, I heard the Stooges, I heard the Cramps, and then I heard Danzig. And at some point, I was still flipping through. I looked over at him, I was like, dude, for the past week, I've listened to nothing but Misfits and Danzig and Cramps, like preparing for like Halloween. That's what I always do every Halloween. And we did it on the show too. And he was like, oh, dude, this, and we start launching into like, we start talking about the Danzig reissues and the bootlegs and all that stuff, and how apparently Danzig is going to be touring again. But yeah, pretty happy to pick that up, and because I only had Killers. That's the only thing I've ever had from Alice Cooper. That's somebody I used to think I fucking hated. Like, Alice Cooper's so fucking corny. because I just knew all that like 80s shit and stuff like that. My cousin, who's like the biggest fan, he's got like the teardrop tattoo and shit. He was such a big fan, and I was like, I think it was when I was a kid, and I was like, my cousin was like, oh yeah, they say you're like you're a big metal fan. I was like, yeah, I'm a big metal fan. He's like, yeah, like Alice Cooper, and I'm like, no, no, absolutely not. But now I get it. Now I get it, 100%. But again, while I'm in there, they did have guitar stuff, and man, this has been on my fucking list. This has been on my list for a long time, and I saw this in the case. It's not a record. Some of you guys don't give a fuck, but most of you guys know how much I love playing with myself. I saw this in the case. It's from TC Electronics. It's called the Ditto. It's a looper. It's a looper pedal. So if you're not into guitars or know what shit is, like a looper pedal, I put this in my guitar chain down there, and so I play like a rhythm, na 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 na, and I hit the button, boom, and I take my hands off, and the guitar keeps going, na 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 na. It just keeps looping, and so then I can like solo over top of it. You know what I mean? I've been wanting this for the longest time. And actually, I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace and Reverb. Reverb, they're like 65, something like that. And then I found on Facebook Marketplace actually one for 55 that was near Cameraman, which is about an hour and a half away. And I'll about message them and be like, dude, would you go like buy this from this guy for me for 55 bucks? Well, this guy in the shop had this for fucking 60, and it's absolutely fucking just pristine clean. And I was like, can I see that pedal? And he pulled it out and handed it to me and had the sticker on it that said 60. And he was like, he's like, if you want it, I'll give it to you for 50. Bet. So as much as I'm excited for the Alice Cooper, I am so fucking excited to stick the fucking Ditto in my fucking chain and play with myself. Because I love playing with myself. I can't wait. Anyway, let's dig of the week. Yeah, it was, I can't wait. That's gonna be a lot of this weekend is gonna be me fucking with that pedal, 100%. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, come back with a So to Speak and Chip Chat, then we're gonna figure it the fuck out. Yeah, we'll figure it the fuck out. So yeah, let's get locked in. Let's stay locked in, and we'll be right back with some more Grown Man Record Night. Beaches.
Grown Man Record Night will be back in a minute. Stick around.
Dennis looks left and rolls right. It's a pass to Berwin. Touchdown!
I'm gonna call Pete.
Hey, make sure you dial 10-10-3-2-1 first.
Why?
Because it saves me moolah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's half price for all calls over 20 minutes.
Half price? That's a lot. What about monthly fees?
No fees, no hidden charges.
Here, look how low my phone bill is.
Wow, 10-10-3-2-1 does save a lot.
Don't bother calling.
Why not?
You just lost.
Dial 10-10-3-2-1.
What should we do today? Have a picnic. I'll be Michelle and hide instead. Jesse, is Michelle with you? No, DJ Steph, is she over there? Not here. Duh. Guess we'll have to eat without her. Hey, they'd never do that. Just doesn't seem like a picnic without Michelle.
Danny's Family from the Full House collection. Jesse's Family is sold separately from Tiger.
Mask, where illusion is the ultimate weapon.
Convert switchblade to jet mode. Surprise, Mac Tracker. It's mayhem. Battle station. Protect your decoder, Bruce. I'm going up. Stacks ready to fire.
Mask, Switchblade, Thunderhawk, and Rhino.
Fire!
Each sold separately with action figure.
Cover me, Matt. 10-4. Sato's getting away. But you're not, Mayhem.
Mask, Switchblade, Thunderhawk, and Rhino. Each sold separately. New from Kenner.
Oh my God. I got up to get the damn shit and my britches fell down and hit the floor. How much do you think I could get? I have a Michael Pilmer. It's an original. This is a Michael Pilmer Amstel light bottle that he left over here that I have filled completely to the top. You cannot squeeze another one in of Zen. Like nicotine pouches. These are, I mean, I can't even look. Oh, I pushed it. Filled with empty Zens. I bet I could put that on eBay. Put like a hashtag Devo or something on it. I don't know. Let's do a. We should do Soda Speak.
Soda Speak.
You have to get it to the Mazzy auction to get top dollar? What if I could get Mazzy and Pilmer to sign it? That would be crazy. You're crazy, Perry. You're crazy. I didn't pull no baby gun on no girl. I didn't pull no baby gun on no girl. All right. I wonder how the skinny cans work. Pretty decent. So I went up to the. Is it appropriate to call it the foreign aisle? We got a foreign aisle at our groceteria. And we've done a version of this soda before. I don't know if we've done this exact one. It's possible we have. But sodas don't have to be brand new every time. So anyway, I hope this got cold enough. Holy shit, Jamaican beef patties? Ooh, brother. Yeah, I'm a big fan. So, I'm a big fan. So this is a I think this is it Korean? No, product of Japan. Sorry. It's a ramune. Fun marble drink. Aha. Marble. Aha. Ha ha ha. Fun marble drink. Ramune. Carbonated soft drink. So it qualifies. Lychee flavor. Lychee is a Chinese fruit. Kind of citrus, like a bright citrus with some other shit. Like, but it's unique to like Asia, I'm pretty sure. So the trick with these is always fun because I'll always fuck this up because I never read the instructions. I'm a man. Men don't read instructions. Okay. And it's got like. Okay. It's showing me, all right, tear down the side. This one. Tear it on the side. Take the thingy off and then turn the thingy upside down to punch the marble. That's what we do. So it's got like an actual marble in here. Get pissed off. You know what I do when I get pissed off? I get switchbladey. The trick is to just pull the blade right toward you. Man. This is like trying to put a condom on prom night, ain't it? I'm just kidding. I've never used a condom in my fucking life. Yeah, so it's got a little thingy on the cap. And you can see the marble is like in the top. It's like a fleshlight. Sure. So we take the thingy, we put it this way. Nope. Huh? Why is that not working? Did I do something wrong? I did something wrong. Fuck. Now I've thrown the instructions away. That doesn't work. It said, turn it upside down. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll pull this away. Here we go. Here we go. So now I'm going to take this. I'm going to punch it down into the top. I should do this to where you guys can see it. Fuck. Ice! Motherfucker. Now the glass marble, you can see the marble right there. It's all fizzy. Now how I get this back out of there? Oh, I just pull it out. Sure. That's so fucking cool. It's actual little glass marble. Okay. So this is, again, a lychee flavored ramune from Japan with a little glass marble. That helps kind of regulate the thing. It makes it like kind of gurgle, you know what I mean? That tastes like, if you could imagine a cross between a fruit and a shoe, that tastes like a shoe fruit. Yeah, that's a shoe fruit. It's very unique. I'm not saying it's bad, but it definitely tastes like a shoe. But I like shoes. Lychee's weird. I want to get this marble out. I shouldn't do that on the stream. I should give this marble away to somebody. It looks like one of Shane's kidney stones right there. Let's see what this has in it. I'm curious. Damn, the whole thing is only 80 calories. I mean, that's good looking out right there. Honestly. It's not sweet, it's true. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, granulated sugar, but it's not much. I mean, obviously, if the whole thing is only 80 calories, let's see about carbs. Total carbs is 19 for the whole bottle. I mean, if this was a Dr. Pepper, it would be like 45, you know what I mean? So this is not crazy. And it's got a glass marble in it. That's so fucking cool. The marble got stuck, said the old woman to the sailor. That's cool. Tomorrow I'm going to break this bottle so I can get this marble out, and I'll send it to somebody. I'll tell you I'm going to do that, but I won't ever do it. I mean, I love you guys and all, but like, I'm just way too much of a fuck to actually do that. All right, chip chat.
Potato chips, how my mouth does dip. Potato chips, how my mouth does dip.
Excesso, calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Oh, thick. Papas. Look at that. Es delicioso. Ah! Sting City. All right. I know Carl was in here earlier. Carl was nice enough to, Carl's a skater. See if I can pull it. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Do something. Do something cool. Just one time. Fuck. I'm too fucked up. So Carl was nice enough to bring some chips a couple of times ago when he was up here. One of them was some kind of like shrimp chip or some shit like that. It didn't exactly land, I'll say. This one's been sitting over there.
Reginald Denny.
Okay, this says it's Lay's fried crab flavor. And it's minus 50% leaf. It's got minus 50% leaf. So we got that going for us. And on the back it says ching ching chong. Ching chong ching ching chong. Chong ching ching chong chong. There's no English on this. Best before July 22nd, 2025. I think these are Chinese. Ching ching chong. That's what it says. I'm just reading it. I'm not making fun. I'm just reading it. But I guess it's a fried crab. Doesn't smell bad. I will say these, I think these Chinese Lays, I remember this from last time, a little more dense than your normal like average Lays. These are pretty like thick chips to be a Lays. Get it tattooed? Dude, it's funny, I was in college, I was working on a film when I was in film school, because that's what you do, you work on films in film school. And we went over to this chick, her name was Nisha, Aaron may know her, Nisha Coffee, and she was Korean, I'm pretty sure. But I had this like button-up shirt that was like all, it's in that 5L's picture. This Chinese would say rice, not. I mean, I guess it's not as grabby to put uncleaned aquarium on the front of the bag, but that's what these taste like. Dirty aquarium. Or fish food. They taste like fish food. They taste like fish food smells. That's fish food. That is 100. No, look, no, I'll tell you. Hold up. See if I can find it real quick. And of course I find a post that Finn posted. Sure. It's that picture where we're all, anyway. I had this fucking button up that had all these like Asian symbols like all over it. We go over to this chick's house because she was going to help us edit something that we didn't know how to do. Nisha Coffee, and she was Korean and shit. And so she like does some stuff and like hits, and you know, we're like rendering, so it like takes a long time for the thing to like go. And she turns around and she's talking to us and shit, and she looks at me and she's like, "Do you know what your shirt says?" And I was like, "No, what does it say?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't fucking know." Those Thompson water-sealed bugles were better than those. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's just really tough to get down, even just a couple of those. Once fish food, I mean, aquarium was bad enough, and I was trying to be funny. When I said aquarium, I was being funny. Once the idea of fish food got introduced into my head, fish food chips. It tastes like fish food. Like the little crumbly shit you drop into your fucking Beta's tank before it dies 3 days later. Yeah, that's it. Not ideal. They're not ideal. I would love to say something other than that. They're not ideal. Yeah. What the fuck? What did Miss You just post? All right. We're gonna go back over to Twitch and listen to some record albums. If you don't follow us over on Twitch, even though we've had problems here tonight, twitch.tv/Scrollman Record Night. It's a great place to hang out. I'm live 4 to 5 nights a week. So yeah, there's always people to hang out with, talk to, chop it up about music, video games, politics. No, not really. We don't talk politics. But gonna come over there and play. I'm gonna play that fucking Alice Cooper. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting that fucking Alice Cooper on. Now here it is, like late in the night. I'm already worried about getting that box open without fucking it up. I'm already worried about it fitting on the shelf. The Asian roasted chicken laser killer. Yeah, I think we did those. I think we did the dried bloodworm. What you know about bloodworm, Scotty? Don't be saying stuff. Don't be saying stuff. I want to hit something nasty before I get off the air, man. It was close. Come on, man. Lock in, Mike. That's pretty good. Nope. Pretty good. That's good. Now I'm losing it. Now I'm just losing it. I'm losing. Lock in. 1 time for all the bread. 2 times for all the bread. Close enough. All right. Come over to Twitch. Thanks you guys for watching, man. I appreciate you guys. Drop a like if you're not subscribed. Appreciate you to hit the button. Hit the like button, man. That shit don't cost you nothing, man. What do you hate us? And come over to Twitch. Have a good weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you, bro. Mean it.